Hi, my name is Director Dank, and I really enjoy music. Music is very powerful. Trust me, I'm from the Music City. I believe it has the ability to entertain, indoctrinate, or inspire us all. So get in tune with the vibe, put the hate on hold, and let's discuss something new, something old, and something gold. Yo, 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 what's good? Welcome to something new, something old, something gold. I'm your host, Director Dank, and, stick with me because, every week I like to review something new from the past month or two, something old from the past year or so, and something gold from whenever, because the gold is forever, people. And this guy who's for the people, J. Cole, the KOD album is something old we're going to be reviewing. You see, you gotta love J. Cole, man. He's always done the best mix of trying to keep it real and give people the truth. And, he's not obsessed with all the flash, the Patek, the Philippe, all these things. And he even had a little clash with Lil Pump, the next generation. He had the balls to say, yo, y'all got crazy things that's going on. So what? I'm J. Cole on this new one, but it's not about me. It's about what the people think. Let's go check that out. I'm going to start with you, Connor.
Okay.
Have you heard of J. Cole's new album?
I have.
KOD.
Yes.
Alrighty, what'd you think about it?
I didn't listen to all the songs. I thought KOD was really good.
Uh-huh.
And I thought it was overall a pretty good album.
Up next, we got Tyler right here, right?
Yeah.
What'd you think about KOD, Tyler?
I thought it was pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything you liked about it particularly?
No, there's more the music guys, not me.
And what you think, Cam?
I liked it a lot.
Liked it a
Some
lot?
of the songs.
Okay,
I liked Motivate
Ooh.
and
Motivate.
Yeah,
There we go.
and ATM.
ATM. Okay, that video though, that was
Yeah.
crazy, right? Huh?
Yeah.
Brother, what do you think about that new J. Cole KOD? Have you heard it?
Yeah, that's one of my top 3 albums. That and it's right behind Nipsey. With me, Nipsey my album of the year so far.
Okay, cool. What would you give it out of 5?
Out of 5,
Uh-huh.
give it a 4.
A 4?
4 out of 5.
I'd rate it a 3 out of 5.
A 3 out of 5.
3.5.
3.5. All right, now what do you give that KOD out of 5 if you could?
I'm a Cole fan, so I may be a little biased, but I give it a 4 out of 5. I really think he needs to switch his production up and stop producing his own shit. To make a long story short, I don't know if I can curse in this interview or not.
Oh, man, don't you just love the people? Especially the youth, y'all. Got to give back. Your time is the only thing you really need, but whatever you can afford, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's very smooth to just be in these times and, listen to what's happening. Yeah, that smooth jazz. So, J. Cole's coming up to the mic right there. I do like how this generation of, some of the, next level guys, the more conscious cats, they do keep it with the jazz real quick because I'm telling you, baby, if you listen to some jazz, it'll be your life's change. Think about listening to all the lyrics that you hear every day. You don't need to hear that bullshit. That's people just coding messages on you, spells, vocalizing, invoking, provoke. Yeah, let's not get into all that. But let's get into what he was saying on the track.
Writing, which says, "This frightens me. I'm in pain. Life
Yes,
can
J.
bring
Cole.
Much pain.
Oh.
There are many ways to deal with this pain. Choose wisely.
Choose wisely. And this choose wisely seems to be like a common theme on this album right here. So, way to open it up. You got me wondering what you gonna say next, Cole. So, what's next? Oh my! Look at the trap. Look at the trap. J. Cole was the trap. Whoa. Yo, J. Cole on trap beats, yo. Let's get into this real quick.
This is what you call a
Oh.
turkey from a bar to brick. Bentley from his mama with KOD, he hard as shit.
KOD, okay. So that's how you come at him, J. Cole. All right. Yeah, no, this next track, the KOD, it's basically the name track of the album, and I feel like it does embody what the album is really about. You know, he's just like exposing all the ills and just like, yo, I've been had this stuff. And you remember that first video, we'll get to that track a little later, but this is a very good just track where he just shows the new pattern. You know, he's got the Migos pattern. He's doing his syllables under the shit. Bundles in harmony type. But it's all good because, you know, it's still J. Cole. And that's the best thing about J. Cole. He can do whatever he wants to do, like this part.
Yeah. That is your daily.
Oh my God, just stop it, Cole. Stop it, dang. He's addressing, you know, activists. You know, that's all these rappers, they say the same press, say the same brands like they're sponsored by these shit, you know. Activists. Who the fuck's really fucking? I mean, I'm not here to judge. Shout out Houston. What's good? Shout out Travis Scott. No, but like, you don't really embody that lifestyle. And then with, you know, J. Cole saying this stuff like activists like they should pay me. And then practice makes perfect. I'm practice's baby. So obviously J. Cole's bars have not fallen off on this album. And I love the theme that it's starting to render too, because if you peep at the end of this track, you know, he also says something else.
And the strongest drug of them all. Love.
Of course. I mean, this is what everybody was expecting to hear from J. Cole. This track right here. So very brilliant way to put this together, Cole. But there's Jermaine right there. There's Jermaine Cole right there. That's him. That's the guy that we know. He makes his beats and he makes his flow. It's funny that, you know, he could just like pop up and have all this dopeness, a new dopeness, and then he just takes it back to the very first string that you first fell in love with him. I mean, this is a big hit, like, you know, what, Power Trip, all these different type of J. Cole small ballads, and his commentary on the nation that we're in right now, and the state of the nation. It's not very good how much we fall in love with photographs and like that. But I'm not here to hate, you know, we live in a digital world, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the way it is, but Cole has some very good points on this one. Let's go check them out.
See you one day. I won't show my niggas now. I'll keep this one for myself. Love today's gone digital, and it's messing with my health.
Love has changed, and it's a beautiful thing because change is only constant on this earth that we live in. But, you know, thank you, J. Cole, for constantly showcasing the stories. And, you know, I have to give it to him, man. I used to think that, you know, oh yeah, Kanye's life changed. That's why he goes and makes different songs and whatnot. And, you know, J. Cole's life has obviously changed too, but he still finds a way to come home, doesn't he? Very special thing. What's the next track looking like?
I know heaven is a mind state. I've been a couple times stuck in my ways, so I keep on falling down. Keep on falling down.
Yeah, real breakbeat, chill J. Cole song. Oh, and of course, let me dig into the beauty that is J. Cole's album design. You know, he starts off prefacing the problem, then he goes into another way to call, you know, here's the fun of the problem, here's what's happening, and then he goes into like a very stern statement on the state of love in this age, and then he just breaks into the addiction, one thing that breaks people away from this age. And that's what I felt like what really happened on this cut, or the cut off, if you will. And the dope dude featured on this track, what's his name, like Kill Edwards? Not bad, bro. Good stuff. Let's listen to more of Cole, what he was talking about in the verse, because he talks about a thing that we always hear, you know, rappers get to. That point where everybody wants your fucking money type shit.
Cut some people off cause they was using me. My heart is big, I wanna give too much, and usually I send the bread and don't hit back for like 2 months now. You hit my phone, you need a loan, no, I'm a crutch now. I had to learn, I never had shit. You never would split.
And you know, everybody has that friend or has had that experience where somebody's like, oh yeah, I'm about to get you back. And then that SpongeBob voice like, 2 weeks later, 2 months later, still nothing. You the one who got to ask them about it. This is wild shit. This is the way life is, and it's God testing you, really. So don't lose and fail the test. Pride. Pride is the downfall. I tell you what. All these things that we all love. Oh my God. And this fades right into the next track, which is yet another beautiful exposition of all the candy we have to taste in this world. Oh yeah. You remember seeing this man in that video, like with the fucking arm, like that shit scared me. I was like, where are you going with this, J. Cole? Oh, he was like, super dope though. Like, whoa, very colorful, cartoony type video. Matches the album cover, explains that. A lot of people were trying to throw him in an Illuminati pit or some shit because of that album cover. I'm like, look, dude, these kids see this stuff 24/7 all day. One of their favorite rappers is like Lil Xan. Like, come on, like this is mainstream. And I really like, you know, J. Cole's way to take it mainstream with that video that just did it a la Busta Rhymes back in the day. So cool. He was so animated right there. I really laughed when he was like in his bag of that one. My teacher was talking, now all of a sudden I'm so good at math. And like, I like that sort of comical element of rap that I feel like we've really been missing for the past, like, I don't know, like decade or so. What happened? It's like Eminem turned into a robot and all the funny rap stopped. I don't know what happened, but thank you for bringing that vibe, J. Cole.
Drills, my niggas running tip drills, can't sit still, don't give a fuck if it kills, it mix well, I'm only counting big bills, I fell in love with big.
And it's like, you can't hate. This is exactly, you know, all the rap that we listen to is the dope shit. J. Cole's kind of like, you know, putting out his idea on the stuff. And, you know, he could get some criticism for that. But guess what? He is a modern rapper. He can talk about his competition if he wants to. And especially when you're rapping this dope.
Count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it. Can't take it when you die, but you can't live without it.
Now, you already know. You and everybody in the room stopped when you heard that line. Everybody was just like, damn, that's a good line right there. When you can make a line, that's what the greats do. You can notice it in great comedians too. If you could take, I like to call it the in and the out. And think about how you're made, in and out, right? But when you can capture the in of something and the out of it within a certain phrase, it's beautiful, man. Can't take it when you die, but you can't live without it. Like, that's beautiful. That's 4D pimping right there. Yes, sir. Good job. You're not ready for that yet, but I'll bring it to you guys as soon as I can.
All that shit I seen her made my blood digger.
Blood digger.
Skirt.
And you know, going with the album theme again, it's like this track, he properly tells you how to stack money. He's like, yo, this is what you got to do. Stack money, motivate. Like, yo, come on. Like, keep it coming, keep it coming. No. If you buck, man, know how to sample good rap too. This third person voice he talks in on the whole album is like the generation, dude. I dig that. Like, it's a fresh concept, you know, and the way that he's talking about it isn't insulting, but definitely bringing it to light, and that's what you want to do. Kids sensitive out here these days, man. You got to be sensitive as well. But this next track, man, this is one of my top 3 on the album. I love this.
She my number one, I don't need nothing on the side. Said that I was done for good and don't want no more lies. But my phone be blowing up, temptations on my line.
Woo. Man, can you imagine the temptation it would be to be like Kevin Hart? And for J. Cole to come out, I've never seen anything of them collabing together or anything like that for that matter, but they came together on this track and it was so beautiful. A match like Kevin's real life situation. J. Cole was talking about a problem of the generation because he can fucking relate to that.
I get the skirt when I want. Look to the money aroma. My girl, she got a diploma. She got my written all over. She got my written all over. All a nigga know is how to fuck a good thing up. Run from the pain, sip, lean, smoke tree up.
You got some deep stuff on this track, man. Like, and especially for, you know, Kevin to be the forward-facing figure. This is the type of content that we should be taking advantage of in the social media age. Everybody's connected. Go connect with a mother. Go bring them into your video. If something at the moment matches them right there, that's how connected we have to be. We got that thin air, bro. That's the only thing in between us now.
I'm a fake nigga and it's never been clearer. Can't see myself when I look in the mirror. Can't see myself when I look in the mirror. Can't see myself when I look in the mirror.
Dang, that's some wild stuff. We all go through those times where we don't recognize ourselves because we've drowned in our wealth, or we put ourselves on the shelf. But you need to jump out of that, because your friends are around everywhere. Don't lock your friends away. Anytime that you ever lose yourself, know that you got some help. There's your people. And if they're far away, I mean, this is a technological age. It's distance or whatnot. And if you don't have these people, then start over. That's the beautiful thing about life. You have free will. Go do something new. But let's get back to this banger.
They tell me what's done in the dark will find a way to shine. I done did so much that when you see you might go blind. What's done in the dark will always find a way to shine.
Whew, that's the real right there. But big thanks to you, J. Cole. That's dope. It's a hard situation for a brother to be in, but very easy to find yourself in during this day and age. And I haven't really seen like celebrities reach out to other celebrities like that. You know, there's the obvious tweet or things like that, but a whole song synthesis, I haven't seen nothing like that since NERD made God Bless Us All for Chris Brown. And if you haven't seen that song, go check that out. With the world on your shoulders, what could you see? And God bless us all with a gift to pursue. Just clear your mind and you'll feel like me. Yeah. You know, of course, P puts in those crazy beats, but those are the vibes you bringing me, Cole. Thank you. What's next?
Being in the show business, a lot of shit happens. Like I make a lot of money, you know, and I'm really happy about it.
Uh-oh.
I'm not bragging.
Shouts out to Master Mason Richard Pryor. A lot of people don't know that. Ooh. And you know, Cole always come in with that beautiful type of Cole style, man. You can tell a J. Cole beat. You can see that a mile away. Yo, what he got on this album, this second verse, let me just pause it real quick. The second verse is probably my favorite verse on the album. This dude is giving you the game, and that's what I respect, because so many people ain't doing that these days. Tell them, Joe.
In the curriculum be tricking them dollars I spend.
Ooh,
got us
the
learning about the
curriculum.
heroes with the whitest of skin.
Ooh.
One thing about the men,
Europeanization is a very real thing.
History, they always seem to white out they sins.
Ooh. Man, you think that he couldn't get any deeper on it, but that is just the surface room. Just like race is just the surface thing. The fact that they even told you human race, like, I fuck with you for real, but I'm glad it's on the feet, because we have to run out of that idea of being in a human race. Who's keeping score out here? You know what I'm saying? But let's go to that second verse, because it's deep.
They told me to start voting. I said democracy is too fucking slow. If I'm giving y'all this hard-earned bread,
I need to know.
Better yet, let me decide. Bitches 2018. Let me pick the things I'm funding from an app on my screen. Better yet, than letting wet.
Woo! Illuminati watch. They gonna pop J. Cole. He's talking too real out here. Let me pick where it's going from an app on my screen. Hello? We are literally in the middle of the revolution. It's not gonna be on television. It won't be televised. It's on the internet. We have the world in the palm of our hands in the form of a smartphone, and we're just waiting for some cool app to really take it to the next level. I can't even fathom what it'll be. But yeah, we'll get back to that another time. This verse, that track, the realest shit I ever wrote. Thank you, J. Cole. Get these kids woke. What's next?
Pain is just a lack of understanding. If we could only understand it all, would we feel no pain? God must feel no pain.
Ooh, man, yo, that voice is always saying the realest in this album. Like, what is pain to you, do you believe mind over matter, or has the material just bogged you down still? I mean, sounds fanciful to be like, oh no, it's the mental before the physical. But how do you think all of this matters? Why do you think all of this matters? You know what I'm saying? Somebody had to think that before it happened, and that is just a everlasting cycle. That's just the way it goes. But this is a very beautiful time that we are on the cycle right now. I wonder, do you believe? It's not for me to, say to you, but do you believe? That's my question to you. And if you do believe, what do you believe in? That belief system is a filter you put over your whole life. And you got to remember that. These words are very powerful. But it's not about that stuff. Let's go see what J. Cole's talking about.
Cigarette smoking, greatest hits from Marvin Gaye. She kill a whole bottle with some cheap Chardonnay. I gotta leave this house cause part of me dies when I see it like this.
Man, much respect to J. Cole revealing all that on some Eminem, like his mom and stuff like that. We always expect real stories from J. Cole, but I don't know if I've heard him, say it that real before. And I've been listening. He's gotten steadily better with each album, and like this one, like, is a very transparent take on his life and what's going on, but it's always just in a beautiful order on the synchronous album, man. You can tell J. Cole knows how this thing is made. So let's go to that next track, see what's going on here. Well, it did come out on 420. What do you expect? Ooh. Oh yeah, y'all. I hope you missed them. This is for the whole fucking bill. I hope you're listening. Medical grade, but I ain't got prescription. Whew, J. Cole getting personal again with the veins. He synchronously designed. Now he went from mama to friends in the hometown, because when you have love for something, that means it can perturb you, because love is the same polarity as hate, and it just varies in degree. And when a friend or something like that cross you, kind of like a story that he talks about, it's just like switches how you see things with that person.
They ain't got ambition. What did you expect? You can blame it on condition. Blame it on crack. You can blame it on the system.
Blame it on
blame
all.
It on the fact. Blame it on the strain that you feel when daddy missing.
Yes, I like this.
Blame it on Trump shit. Blame it on Clinton.
And blame it on whatever, anything except for yourself. The universe doesn't really candy coat the stuff. At the end of the day, it's all you and your perspective. So things happen. That's solid. Changes is the only solid, what we talked about earlier. What do you see it as? How do you perceive it? What is your perception? Man, thank you for hitting him with this real stuff. But the realest part that he hits him with on this.
Foolish to say, but if you down to try it, I know of a better way. Meditate, 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 meditate.
Don't medicate, medicate, don't medicate. Meditate, don't medicate. Yes, you heard me. Director Dank is repeating and endorsing what J. Cole said. Meditate, don't medicate. I mean, you can do both, but I mean, the meditation is something that so many people think that they don't do. And the thought that you think you don't do it is what stops you from ever meditating, period. Of course you meditate. You see, people have this small-minded thought that, meditation is somebody sitting Indian style with their hands like this, going, like that is the only way that you can meditate. I'm telling you, you can meditate standing up, sitting down, laying down. You can just clear your mind wherever you find yourself. And you already do it. That's the thing. We're so good, we don't even know it, man. Thank you for bringing that message, J. Cole. Oh, I'm so hyped. You made it sound cool, too. That's what the goal is. Make it sound cool, too. Thank you, J. Cole. What's next? There's nothing you can even say about this song, like, except for perfection. Like, this is what it's about. Oh, I can't even hear that. Oh, the little kid, about these wild things that happen in these kids' lives. And we live a good life today here, us in America and around the world. I can't speak for any other place, but I know America, we at least have the freedom. It's not like born into it. You're born into a system which is the matrix that you have to wake up from, but like you're not born into you're 100% rich or 100% dirt poor, and that is a stark reality in the rest of the world. There is no middle class. If you could just settle down here right in the middle in America, you better thank your lucky stars every single day if you have the affluency and the ability to see what's going on as you stream your 4G on the internet and check out the album reviews, how lax this is. People had to work for things, but we are the forerunners of the new world where you don't have to do as much because we can simplify things. We've got the data, it's time to simplify. But let's go into this window pane song because this is so beautiful.
Keep my niggas out the yellow tape. All I wanna do is see my granny on the other side. All I wanna do is kill the man that made my mama cry.
Straight fire from Cole again. Like, this song is so real. I like to say that, you know, if you call yourself a hip-hop fan and you don't like this song, you need to reevaluate yourself because you probably don't have a soul. I'm not trying to like be like, oh, you soulless motherfucker, but oh, you soulless motherfucker. How could you not love this song? Like,
Your childish ways, the results are deadly. Because that child will suffer, and that's what can most affect me. The little girl I met this past summer said, don't forget me. I won't forget you. How could I with all you went through? A bullet hit your cousin in temple while he was with you. If you was my sister, then I would kiss you and tell you that I'm sorry for the pain you had to live through. I know I'm blessed because your stress is realer than
everything I've been
I put my head to the sky, I sing. Grateful for the blessing.
Man, this dude is a professional songmaker. Can we just say that? Like, J. Cole is one of the best songwriters of the century. I'd like to say he's like the next Nas level writer. I'll give him that. Like, he's Nas level, dog. Like, this dude. I mean, what's that song he did with Nas back in the day? I let Nas down. Nah, brother, you never let Nas down. You carried on the spirit. And before he ends this, yet another J. Cole classic, we get to hear another tidbit from the youth. Why does bad stuff happen?
Because God is trying to warn us or teach us a lesson.
Ooh.
That we need to learn. Or he's trying to warn us of he's coming back to see us and take us home and do the world.
Regardless of your religious, spiritual beliefs, it's beautiful to hear a child think about something so existential and supernal and ethereal as another realm, and how God, and hear him explain it that way. Like, this is a star child. Obviously, he's probably like 5 to 10, and these children that were born within the last, since 2000, there's something different going on because we're at a different astrological age, y'all. Yeah. Since we're at the end of that last age, let's go ahead and get to the end of this album. There's only one more track left, but J. Cole always ends it good.
Jokes on you, motherfucker, we alive. All these niggas popping now is young.
Ooh.
Everybody say the music that they make is dumb.
Man, as soon as I heard this, I was like, oh man, this man J. Cole about to tear into him. But it's really a constructive criticism of a metaphorical conversation that the world like to attribute to, J. Cole versus Pump, because they had like a little few things. But I really love that whole situation that it even got that big, because it got J. Cole big, it got a little Pump big, and got them boys paid. And that's what it's about. And they had a very real display. Did you see the interview by chance? Like, the interview that they did was amazing. It was dope. You could really see how wild it is. Like, a Lil Pump has like what, 80 million at least? Who knows? He got signed to Warner Bros. For $8 million, but I can only imagine how much it costs to, how much you can make from shows and all these other things. So I'm gonna put him at, at least 20 mil, something like that. And this guy, like, he could barely get a full sentence in the interview and stuff like that. And it was just so wild to see the interaction between them and like how that really is in the real world. But let's get back to that track.
But have you ever thought about your impact? These white kids love that you don't give a fuck, cause that's exactly what's expected when your skin black. They wanna see you dab, they wanna see you pop a pill, they wanna see you tatted from your face to your heels, and somewhere deep down.
Ooh, man. Commentary of the times. Don't get mad at the messenger right there. That's some real stuff right there. Thank you, Cole, for just bringing that up to conversation, because it was happening and nobody wanted to, take sides. That's what's happened to rap now. It's almost like a big pussy fest. Like, everybody's like, oh yeah, I don't want to do that. But now beef is coming back, manufactured beef and whatnot. I like how this beef was handled, because it's very real. And then it even brought me in on this YBN Corday guy. Like, his verse on this was super hard, and it lets you know that the youth really does have something to look forward to. Good album, J. Cole. Thank you for putting out product that you really care about, and I could tell you've taken time to craft. It is synchronously made from front to beginning, and then statements and current vibes. He's in the now, and he's telling us how to be, and that's all we need to remember to do sometimes. You're a human being, not a human being. Let's check out these commercials real quick, then we're going to get back with the True 42, and then we'll get the score on this album review.
Very rare. It starts right here. Very rare. It starts right here.
Check it out.
Yo. What's good? Check it out. Welcome back to that. And I don't have time to review everything, so I do want to pass you some dope things that you really need to check out, though. And one of the things you need to check out for sure is by a band called Home. Think about it. You're probably in a home, you have one, you're checking it out. Why wouldn't you like a band Home? Band Home, album Odyssey. Get on it, man. Yo. Welcome back to something new, something old, and something gold. As you know, it's time for my True 42, and all that is a 42-second period in which I give you my numerical scoring of the album, and I also present to you my emoji scoring of the album. I have to give this J. Cole a 4.2 out of 5 reviewing it, and it gives amazing perspective. It's very current, and it's beating and hitting like a mofo. You can't deny this stuff. And my emoji rating, man, first I got to give him the syringe, because this was the exact shot of real that the game needed. If you go back and look, J. Cole came out right before the big Kanye rollout, the Drake, all that other stuff came out. So give props where props due. And I give him the kid emoji because he did it. He switched his rap up for the kids and he reached them. It was so dope. And then I got to give him the charts, because this dude just does nothing but get better and better with time, and I can't expect him to do anything else. We through. That's my True 42 for the track by track. Hit me up on the YouTube chat. Like, comment, subscribe. I mean, you know what's up. Hit me with something, man. And here's what I'm hitting you with next week. Thank you for coming through.
Director Dank.